Hello, viewers. Larry Johnson again has joined our show. Larry, as we know, is a ex-agency analyst. He has become a rock star recently with his geopolitical comments and analysis all over now, spreading all over social media. And he's been really kind to us, in granting us his precious time. So, Larry, without further ado, thank you so much for joining us.
I appreciate the invite as always. I'm glad people think I'm worth listening to. Well, Sam do anyway.
No, sure. Larry, just let's get straight into the details of this conflict. In Pakistan, it's being assumed that there are some negotiations about to start. That's what the media reports are suggesting. What do you think is the likely outcome of these negotiations? And do you think that there is a possibility of a just and a lasting peace in the Middle East? And
go ahead.
And second, interrelated question is, because Iran has a very bitter experience with these negotiations, starting with JCPOA and with the last year, two negotiations which were halted by attacks on the Iranian leadership. So, what do you think about the outcome of these negotiations?
Well, we'll see if Iran means what it says. Now, it submitted 10 points that had to be fulfilled before it would negotiate a ceasefire. One, that the ceasefire apply, the cessation right now of attacks in Lebanon and Yemen and Iraq, along with the cessation of attacks in Iran. So far, Israel has complied with the latter. No more. There haven't been any more attacks in Iran, but there have been attacks in Lebanon. That was a deliberate effort by Netanyahu to sabotage the talks. And at that point, Iran said, "Okay, we're not going to Islamabad. We will not hold the talks. You're violating the agreement." United States, Trump administration likes to pretend that, we never agreed to that. That's a lie. They can say whatever they want, but that's not true. I believe it's the Pakistani foreign minister as well that said, no, that's what the United States signed off on. Lifting frozen assets. I understand they're now scrambling to get $7 billion unfrozen and get that back into Iran's hands. So if those conditions are met, then they'll have something to talk about. And one of the items for discussions is the status of U.S. forces, and Iran's not going to give up its right to enrich nuclear uranium. The other thing that is that they're demanding happen now is the lifting of all sanctions. And sanctions just not by the United States, but by the IAEA and the United Nations. And I hope they stick with that. That they should not accept any kind of promise that, we'll do that. You sign this document, we'll do it. They've already done that with the JCPOA. They signed a document with the JCPOA that was supposed to lead to immediate relief of sanctions, and it didn't happen. And the European countries had kept the sanctions in place, and then Trump tears up the agreement. So the United States is not in any position to try to say, "Don't trust us. We'll give you a promise, a verbal agreement, and trust us." No, it's going to have to be something more substantive. So right now, as things stand, the talks are on. But if Israel renews its attacks on Lebanon, in particular Beirut, the Iranian delegation would get up and leave and head back to Tehran.
Larry, just sticking to this point of negotiations, I had one more question to you. I think let's put my legal hat on and say, for the sake of an argument, that there is a there is a negotiated deal agreed in Islamabad between United States and Israel on one hand and Iran on another. Who is going to guarantee this deal? Because there is no international enforcement mechanism. What guarantees Iran should seek actually to make sure that they won't be attacked again in the future?
Yeah, it would probably entail China and Russia coming in to provide a guarantee. I'm not sure anybody in Europe would be considered trustworthy enough, but China and Russia definitely would have the weight, if nothing else, just to give Iran a written agreement assigned that in the event they are attacked, that China and Russia will view it as an attack on them. You know, you need that kind of language in order for Iran to have some degree of confidence that they would not be attacked again by the United States or Israel. But candidly, I don't see Israel or the United States being willing to agree to anything like that. They want to destroy Iran, and they're going to destroy Iran. They're just suffering. They're experiencing so much pain right now. They're looking for a way to stop the pain.
Very, as things stands now, instead of Hormuz, are the cargo shipments, the payments of the cargo shipments, are being processed in the banks in Shanghai?
Yes.
Or are they being processed in New York?
No, they're being processed in Shanghai.
All of them?
So, yeah. That's my understanding. It's all been done with Chinese yuan. Right. So, and that's an important signal that China is now entering that sphere that once was dominated solely by the United States.
Right. Larry, just a couple of more questions and then we end. How much money is Iran expected to make out of these taxing of the cargo shipments?
About $100 billion a year.
And that would come directly from the pockets of GCC countries, like essentially. Yeah.
Or whoever owns the ships.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's calculated about 90. I heard 96 billion, but let's say it'd be 100 billion. Now they're going to split that with Oman. So Oman's going to get a portion of it. So this is going to remake the Gulf. Though all these Gulf monarchies that have existed as they were the leading tribes in those particular areas. They're going to have to cut a deal with Iran, or face the chance that they will cease to exist. That's what's fascinating about this. That right now you've got Oman and Qatar, which basically say, okay, yeah, we're aligned with Iran. So really, this is going to be United Arab Emirates and the Saudis. They got to figure out what to do. Bahrain is just a pissant little country. The one, its leader fled. The majority of the population's Shia and favorably disposed towards Iran. So they'll probably, and in fact, it was Iranian territory, so that will revert to Iran. Kuwait will probably be taken over by Iraq.
Just a final question: has Iran become a regional hegemon, whatever the result of these negotiations in Islamabad?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Because look, before the Gulf Arabs, they all bet on the United States. United States, we got your back. Anybody attacks you, we'll go after them. Okay, so now the United States starts a war, and then Iran retaliates, and lo and behold, look what happens. These Gulf Arabs are getting damaged significantly. So.